I don't have a proper intro for you guys yet, but we're currently at the dealership, and I'm gonna just let y'all know about the do's and don'ts that I feel like you shouldn't be doing. That you shouldn't be doing and doing at the dealership. But first thing, what you need to do before coming to the dealership, you need to find a bank, you need to establish a relationship with the bank, and you need to also build your credit at the same exact time. Because you're doing this, you're gonna be able to get your auto loan through the bank and put no money down. Because, you know, who wants to put money down? I don't. I love getting cars with no money down. And we're broke, so it don't matter. So now, a lot of times there's people who come to the dealership and I'm gonna just explain the things you shouldn't be doing, right? So you should not come to the dealership first. I mean, you could come to the dealership, you know, find what you like, find out your price range, your budget, see what you want to get. But don't ever go to the dealership trying to get financing through them, because all they're going to do is run your credit multiple times, and you do not need that, because all it's going to do is hurt your credit score in the long run, give you too many inquiries, and inquiries take around 2 years to fall off, so you don't want to do that. It's just a waste of time. Another thing, you don't want to put no money down, because these are depreciating assets, so you're going to end up just wasting money in the long run. So you always want to try to get it with no money down. That's going to be your best bet. Another important thing when it comes to building your credit, you need to build your credit before getting a car, because when you have a low credit score or little to no credit history, what you're going to end up doing is getting a higher interest rate. And when your interest rate is too high, you're going to end up be put in a situation where you end up having negative equity on your vehicle, because when your interest rate is high, you're making these payments. So let's say your payment is $500 and you have a 20% interest rate or something. That whole $500 is not going to be going to the principal balance. So let's say maybe around $150 might go to the principal balance. So as you're continuing to drive your car every day, the value on the car is going to continue to go down. But since the interest is taking so much money, the principal balance isn't going to be able to go down. So your car isn't going to be able to balance out. So now what you owe compared to what the car is worth is going to be upside down, is what they would say. So that's how you get negative equity. But now to prevent that, all you need to do is work on your credit, get yourself a good, strong credit score, and then you'll be able to go get a low interest rate to where, like, when you're driving the vehicle every day and also paying the note, they're going to balance out, so you won't get any negative equity. Because let's say you're trying to get out that vehicle, you're going to end up having around, say, $5,000, $8,000 in negative equity, and it's not like it just disappears. This is going to have to get rolled onto your next auto loan, and you don't want this to happen, because all this is going to do is boost your payments up on your next auto loan. So just when you're getting a car, you need to be patient, because this is like a long-term decision, because, you know, auto loans are around like 5 to 6 years. So you want to make sure you're making the right choice. So yeah, don't ever come to the dealership being in a rush. Like, you want to be patient with this process, because this does cost a lot of money, and it's not something that's cheap and you could just fix in a day. So yeah, be patient with it. We have a 2023 BMW X3, right? So here it's saying 55,000, right? In reality, it's not 55,000, because you got to figure out what the out the door price is. So when you're going to get your car at the dealership, and say you're just browsing, don't ever go to the dealership just off rip trying to get a car. Just browse, figure out the prices, and what you need to always ask for is the out the door price, because this price here is not what it's going to be when you're at the table, because they still need to add taxes, tags, all the other stuff, then whatever dealer fees and all the other stuff they be added. Make sure you're reading your documents also, because they'll charge you. I heard of, like, one time someone got charged like $800 for a car wash or something. So you need to be able to make sure you're reading everything, because they could be charging you for random stuff and it's just end up being a waste of money. So it does say 55.9. It's probably not going to be 55.9. Out the door is probably going to be like, you might be pushing 60. So now if you just look at this and try to go get a loan from the bank and it's 55, you might need to get another 4,000 or 5,000 to cover like taxes and everything else. So yeah, back to my main point from before. Always, when you find a car you like, go up to them and ask them what is the out the door price, because that's the most important thing. Because these prices on here is just showing you like what the car is, just MSRP. But you also got to figure out what out the door is, because you know, that's what you're going to really be paying, not this. So yeah, just a little bit more advice for you guys. Number one thing is be patient when getting a car. This is not, just please don't rush this, because I went through my own thing where I rushed it because I was getting a little bit of money. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go get a new nice car, and I ended up losing $16,000 in 1 year because I had put $8,000 down. They did whatever. I don't even know what they were doing, because I just went in there 18 by myself. I had some money. I thought my credit was okay, but I really only had like 2 weeks of credit history. I don't know what I was thinking. And yeah, they got me. So yeah, I put $8,000 down. Then I ended up giving a $713 payment with a 22% interest rate. So I ended up spending $8,000 in payments for the 1 year. I think my balance went down by maybe like $200-300, and I spent $8,000. So you could do the math on how much I lost there. So yeah, it does get very dangerous, this whole car thing, because that negative equity, it's not a joke. So yeah, be very patient when it comes to getting a car. Okay, another thing too, do not let these car salesmen, saleswomen, don't let them butter you up. You know, this is their job, they're trying to get paid. They don't care if you get a 30% interest rate because they're still getting a check. So, you know, don't let them butter you up and gas your head up a little bit. Like, move at your own pace and don't feel like you can't walk out of a deal. If you was here for 4 hours, just walk out. If you don't want it, just walk out. You don't have to feel pressure to get in a car deal just because you've been here for a while. Like, this is their job. So you also gotta admit, like, they're trying to get a check at the end of the day.
More stick up, more stick up, more stick up.